Thank you. Wait until I went to the bathroom, huh?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to
calling
start
us
at the beginning
dumb
with the house.
Very, very kind. Moose. Oh, that's insane sensitivity.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I'm gonna go back up one more. It's the mailbox. Just click. Oh.
Inside the mailbox,
you have to like
were
move the
bills from
hand.
7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Would they just leave mail like that? I feel like they just stop delivering and probably take what's in there eventually. How do we... Oh.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, we're back.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe
Extremely
she thought
kind.
I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I guess she was right if that's what she thought. So that seems like this goes to the house. I guess maybe both of them might go to the house.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend. Hey, watcher.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hello. Be safe. Happy Halloween.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Okay. I don't think this is very, like a lot of exploration or hidden stuff. What?
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
The wheelchair ramp. This is missing, right?
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Denied. Ah, it's
Looking in,
like
I felt
everything
like the
is
house
move the
itself had been
mouse.
waiting for me.
You click and then figure out what it wants you to do with the mouse. Can't believe October is fucking over already. Well, that's a big pet door. Oh, we can't use the lock, huh? Thought we'd be able to try the key. We'll take this though.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Plenty of flammables. Lots of fertilizer.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years,
I like how the captions are
I
like
felt
in
like
the
I
game.
was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
I just had Chinese. Sunday? Yeah.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Way to go, Great Gramps.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Alright, so we can't go into the basement. Upstairs, maybe? Oh, yeah, the clocks go back. Yeah. This is, like, completely sealed. Alright. Yeah.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Well, alright.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I forgot that.
Whenever people ask me about my family,
Like daylight savings time and
the
stuff
first thing they
is
always
totally
want to know
different
about is
all over the
Barbara.
place. I mean, it's our house, right? And now we know our families, they're all dead.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
It's a cool
I think
room.
my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid
It's a
of.
lot of... I wonder if this might be a little easier with the controller. Let me turn the controller on and just see what happens. Because the regular mouse I had to turn down for look at because the sensitivity is way too high. But all those movements are like, it's a full movement of the mouse every time.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Okay. Yeah, so like we can just hold the stick for the whole movement.
Just like I had
like
no
way
idea
smoother
where
that
all
way,
this was
too.
gonna lead.
Saving.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I watched this fucking like retrospective My Name is Earl YouTube video. Just kind of broke the whole thing down to just tons of clips from it. Even that just makes me laugh so fucking many times, like out loud.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
The gerbil food? Is there something else? There's the goldfish. Starfish? No? Are we gonna eat the hamster food? It is a gerbil.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
That's why you don't send your kids to bed without dinner, alright, parents?
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, she's gonna eat the toothpaste? No. Why, kid? You're gonna start tripping on fluoride.
I ate a lot of things that night.
That's gotta be plastic. I thought we'd be able to, like, open the window.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh, don't eat the
It was a
bird.
barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Do I have to, oh, I have to jump.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
No, I just want to be friends. Kitty, we're getting pretty high up now.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Let me just jump there. Let me jump here. Oh. I'm getting
I gobbled her up,
vertigo.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
No?
Rabbits.
Oh. Snagged.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off.
You didn't miss anything, Red. It's perfectly logical how we got to this point. We're now all eating a rabbit.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry.
So it started
I
out
started
with
choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
we ate mama rabs even too.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh no, it is just going down. There we go. I see.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh, is it pooping? Where'd we go? It's hard to... Like, what do I have to do to
Grabbed
get
on
it?
tight,
Finally.
but I was so hungry.
It's
Jumped
bleeding.
out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
So it started out, we were Edith going back to her childhood house that her mother had sent her a key for. Everyone's dead. But like everyone always died in the house. She hasn't been there in 11 years. And then we went into this girl's room. And now we're like playing the story of how she died. A hungry toddler. What? I don't know. We're some kind of monster now? Oh. You gotta hit that trigger to move.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
This is so weird.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Night. There we go. Like you can't look up more up with the camera. No, we're not that sneaky. Is there a baby in here?
All my stomach started growling.
All of them.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
We were reading her Molly Finch's diary.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, there's the cat. No, why? Kitty. Oh. Can't jump or anything.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
But yeah, so this is like our family house that we inherited. We haven't been here in 11 years. Everybody else is deed.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Oh.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Should have left the house.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
What were those? Oh, that's right. You have to hold the stick for a little bit. What were these things called? Can't remember. Yeah, it's not going to come back. It's going to come back to me in a couple hours, randomly. No. Oh, this is one of those sealed doors. Okay.
Lewis died a week before we left.
That's
but
our brother?
Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Before he was dead?
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Oh, this is the window we came in.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
I'd rather have people say I was killed by a dragon. I'd be alright if somebody was telling that
Even in
story.
your 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
No, that carpet would be... Oh, no way.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. The sealed door. Oh, so if we... Oh, that one, it just did it all by itself. I didn't even have to push like he had to at the first book. If you have to unlock the book, then I think it's really going to be
There's
somebody's
a secret
story.
in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
But that was all moves of the stick. And that was the puzzle and the clue and the solve all in one. The pink bathroom, especially just that much like shag carpeting in a bathroom. Yeah.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Well, just because it says Milton, it had to be Milton, huh? No? I thought maybe you could jump on the bed. We can't get into Fort Calvin from here? Oh.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Fucking mushrooms. Have you seen this? I heard it's pretty good though. Not like super scary, but real creepy. Okay. What is... like a circle of words or something that appears. It was on the boot. You gotta use both
At
sticks.
Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he
We're
wasn't.
jumping.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's
Jump,
ready.
jump.
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
I'm gonna do a 360.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin!
We got it, we got it, we got it. Oh, we're dead.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
It's fucking nuts.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
We're doing it.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I remember, like, I would get I would get to the point like where the swing, you'd feel like it kind of buckle. You're like, that's too much. We're done.
After the funeral, Edie
I
went
think you
knocked out
need
the
like
top of the room.
stiff bars though, right? Not chains.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
That is pretty scary. Oh. Was that enough? Thank you, Squid.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
But so there are secret
Growing up,
passages.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
It's All Hallows Eve. Needed to be done. Oh.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous.
It does
for
like
her
the buff
scream.
that you get the slack.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
My
It was
precious.
Barbara's
Yeah.
father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Ah.
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
Chaotic
So
Squid.
Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Dude,
She reached for the music box.
holy shit, man. Holy shit, man. Thank you. Holy shit, man. Thank you very much. Happy Halloween, man. Which one? Oh, wait. Oh, this one. I see.
And as she wound the key,
Holy
she
shit.
listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Thank you very much. This just got pretty damn scary.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
You drunk son of a bitch. Where are you at?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old Finch rattled and grew still.
Dude. Thank you. Very much. I love what this song is like morphed into.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
The crutch.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Yeah. Great place for roller skates. Right at the top of the stairs.
Walter, are you there?
Oh, we can't like turn away.
Walter had vanished, but his
He's
pizza radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And funny he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
I hate this view right now.
That night
Ayo.
played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but but she sensed the story might
The
not
roller
be
skate.
over yet.
Thought we could jump on him. Spear him with the... Hey, what up, man? Yo, yo, yo. Salty moms, man. Never fun. He's gone. Go. Up the ladder?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
I'm coming.
was dying to speak to young Barbara.
Dying.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately,
Are
so
you?
did her fans.
Moms will do that to
Of course,
you.
the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
We don't need the Crypt Keeper impersonation. That would be a cool comic.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
The Bigfoot footage, huh? It's not the photographer's fault. Bigfoot is blurry. There's been a lot of Mitch Hedberg stuff that I'd never seen before in my YouTube feed lately. It's been nice. Some good giggles and laughs. Right, this door. Oh, we can crawl back through, yeah.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, this is definitely better with controller just because all that gesture stuff is like huge movements on the mouse. Almost like 2 swings and stuff sometimes.
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Can't just unplug that or anything.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Yeah, makes it tough.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Yeah. It is funny, but not like haha. Back downstairs, maybe?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
There... No, nothing new.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside
Hello,
the music
friend.
box near the basement.
Yo, what's up, beer truck? Happy Halloween, man.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
So, yeah, we need to go to the music box, which was at the... Yeah, edge of the stairway. There is a key there. Hello. Got it, Squid, and thank you very, very much, dude. Much appreciated. I don't know if I want to go in the basement here. Of course there's a table saw.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Edie
Yeah.
sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's hard to ever get the right amount. We didn't even give away candy this year. Maybe just put the curtains down and left the lights off and stuff.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
I feel kind of bad about it.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Yeah.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Candy is so expensive right now. Bags of candy.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Oh, yeah.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I I always expected to be
Pour
dead
those peaches
tomorrow.
straight on down.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
No rumble?
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Uh-oh.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
No peaches.
I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
No. I like this guy's voice. Suck when he dies.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and
Kill
Calvin.
Molly. Oh, we're going this way.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know
Climax.
I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
The train was just running late.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Oh, open the curtain. Is there... No? I thought maybe... Oh, that was the panel, duh. So we need to not get hit by the train this time.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house,
Well, yeah, what else didn't she tell us about?
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Monsters.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
No? Oh, there we go.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Boy, I hope
Now
the
that there's
tracks
only one of us
didn't
left.
use anymore.
Or maybe 2. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Manifested it. Is the house back up there? Yeah. Because we've looked out this way from the house, too. To whatever that red flashing island is.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Not gonna. Okay. We sure we weren't gonna fall to our death or something.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Oh, so we're like leaving a letter for our kid? Gotta drag this game out a little bit anyway, but what a view, and the music. I know this one's probably not really that scary. Super creepy and weird. Uncomfortable feeling even too, like the swing and stuff. Some kind of platform out there too. Yeah, okay.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
At least they admit it.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
How's the swing? At least they got DirecTV out here. Oh yeah, we looked through the peephole, or well, the hole in the fence right here. On the other side before. The move, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Guess maybe a little bit wider FOV would probably help with just getting stuck on stuff sometimes. I don't think there was actually a setting for it. Yeah. I wonder if there is a mod or something, but it doesn't even matter. It's only a couple hours long. I can deal with it.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
As soon as she said pet cemetery, I got the chills.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Am I standing on bodies? I don't know how they buried him right there.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
I guess they could be like ash in
She could see it poking out of the water at low
headstones.
tide.
Vertical. I just like the ground there would just be straight rock, wouldn't it? I feel like on cliffs like this. I don't know. This is a game. I'm I'm overanalyzing it.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, you can't look back at it either. Okay.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Oh, no.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Just let it go, Rob.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, okay. So we're riding something got way more dangerous too. That's who we're like writing a diary for, or like a guide book to all this even. That's why we're like maybe 2 of us. No? Oh, like you can get too close to the ladders.
I Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Kind of walk right through the animation to start climbing, then you're right up against the ladder and stuck. You have to back up.
They were both pretty intense.
I bet.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Just want to get a shot of you, Don, then we can take off.
Oh, I can't like turn around. Like only the. Oh, is she actually up there? Sure, like.
What?
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
I was hoping she'd look. I guess not.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Just taking pictures of whatever we want.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hmm.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
The instant development is nice.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Walter.
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Dad's gonna.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
I thought Dad was about to take the shot. Is it behind the tree there? No. No. It is. I can only. Oh, I guess I can't go pretty far this way.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Scared off. Sneeze.
Do I have to do this?
Don.
Oh, it was there.
But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Oh.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Seems like hitting the shutter right there.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
They got the fucking picture.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh, man.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. Could.
Thought for sure he was gonna drown.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish she could have. she'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Reese's. So is that like a peanut butter cup that has nuts in it, like peanuts in it too? We just drowned that baby with the toy frog. Oh. I like the ones that have the Reese's cereal in them. Like the Reese's Puffs
I
cereal.
can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Do we have to like collect this one again? No.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
This kind of, okay. They kept kind of pushing us that way more, but. That? Let's just, oh no, that is it.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
The whole thing.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I wish that this would. Do we have to like fly in? There we go.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Does it?
She never
Interesting.
talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
So he got killed by the crazy magic windstorm that his kite whipped up. Craig, be a baby. Aw. Yeah.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Edith. So, hopefully these are just the gardens, because we're Edith, and Edith's still alive, so. I was a little worried that, you know, this was the name of the fertilizer in each one of these. But I think it's more the ones you were required to take care of. What up, Pappy? Thank you. Welcome in. Hello, Dung Defender.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Have you been playing Black Ops 6? I thought I hit that. There we go.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you were on. I didn't even really watch Twitch today, though.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Can we peer into it? Oh, is this no date
After
on
Milton
there?
disappeared, the only thing he
Oh.
left behind was a room full of paintings.
Because he disappeared. Definitely need a Turbo Kid rewatch soon. Oh. I think I was looking out at the water when we went past this one.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
No? Thought it was like pages, but it doesn't seem like we. Oh, you have to hold right click or right trigger and then this one. Milton just pieced out with his magic paintbrush. See ya.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
We only got a couple here. There's Eddie all the way back down at the bottom. I guess Sven maybe also to be drawn in. Sanjay. I don't know for sure if they get filled in or not. The Finches. Oh yeah, that's because we rode this up. The music in this is so good.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
You found the magic paintbrush. That painting, no, is not in here.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
That's like a great Half-Life 2 look to this part of the house. Thank you guys. Appreciate everybody very much hanging out tonight on Halloween. Hope everybody's doing okay. Appreciate that support.
After he graduated, he just
And the
spent more
company.
and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh yeah, the salmon.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
The pot smell. Oh, I just turned around and it automatically walked out. I mean, I could live here. I need someone to deliver all my food, but
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
it's because Lewis, he was really a PC player. He just fucking lowered himself to occasionally play console with his little sister. Duh.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh. No. So, we're moving this guy with one stick?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
And then we're doing the fish with the other hand. With the other stick.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that had not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
You know what's gonna happen, right?
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
I'm definitely glad I switched off a controller, or switched to controller. I don't know what the mouse and keyboard would be like for this.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Oh, don't use doggos as a distraction.
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play.
It's like covering more of the screams.
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him.
I thought it was like
All
physically
the cheering
struck him.
crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to pee again. I have to do all the bathroom trips now since Gurney isn't. I'll BRB. Thank you very, very much. Give me just a minute. Oh, yeah, dissociating at work or during work causes workplace. You can see it coming, right? The workplace accident.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Oh, it turns slow.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Ma, I'm cutting. Plus, how are you standing there with the conveyor belt?
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
And we'll go for the queen. Beautiful prince, handsome queen. We'll go with the handsome queen.
Handsome queen.
Radiant
The
rainbows.
queen was on her own quest
We'll
for...
go with radiant rainbows.
Radiant rainbows.
We got them.
He followed the sound of her...
Electric guitar.
electric sitar.
Oh, sitar, yeah. That's okay. Good enough. Close enough.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
We can even see the cutter.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Wait, why are they teaming up on me now? Some shit. OSHA.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
A fish chopper.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Wrong.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Camera's really... Why are we like stuck on the edge of the screen here?
It was hard to argue
There.
with him.
We had a fish in our hands.
began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
You're not doing it right, buddy. Yes.
I still thought
See ya.
I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
As we step right into the
The
grinder.
palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
The guards look pretty awesome too.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know.
Like he stuck
Mrs.
his
Finch,
head
your
in the
son was a
cutter.
kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
The book looked full. There was the couple of like side entries, but I don't think those were Finch's. Those were like in-laws and stuff. Oh, there's Eddie that doesn't have a drawing at the bottom there. Was that down that other branch of the path in the very, very beginning? There's, I guess, there's K there as well, but no dates. We'll see.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh, it's a big old bag of packing peanuts. Duh.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Are we deed? Already? No.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
The candles in a library.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, fuck. We're gonna have to go out to that island. I knew we were gonna end up there
It was
somehow.
the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
I was dead ahead.
I got turned around.
Just making sure it wasn't like right behind us.
For a while, I wondered.
I think it probably doesn't really matter.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Maybe. It's all about perspective. Hey, the gate still works.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Oh, don't.
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Slap Mom's hands.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
There we go.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Fatal's totally missing this, I bet.
This journal was supposed to be for you.
We're being born right now, Fatal.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
I know. Because Mom's dead, right? Yeah. Why does Mom die in childbirth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Well, I mean, it was creepy as hell too, but damn.